Closest I've ever experienced with a rideshare service was in Fort Lauderdale, and that was in 2019. By then, Uber was long gone from Trinidad. So I basically missed the opportunity to use this ride sharing service while it was here in Trinidad. But we're here in 2021 and I count it a blessing in disguise because now I get to review two rideshare services. So this is AllRidi versus TT Rideshare Part 1. So, spoiler alert, I'm not going to be riding in this video. I'm really sorry. I have lots to do before I actually ride. I need to prep and research. So I basically want to check out both these companies' websites. I want to check out their application, see if there are any other social media platforms that provide information, and get as much as I can to prepare me for using their services. So the little that I know about these companies, and I'm not doing a vast amount of digging or history, I know that TT Rideshare is older than AllRidi. AllRidi just turned 1 on January 13th. So let's do some digging and see what we find. So I head over to the respective websites for these two companies. I'm interested in finding out what their pricing structure is, if there are any safety features, locations, options for payment, just general information to prepare myself for my ride. So straight off the bat, the only similarities in terms of cost are the base fare of $12. Everything else charges per minute per kilometer, the minimum fare, and per kilometer after 20 kilometers. You pay more with TT Rideshare as compared to AllRidi. Just note all these prices are quoted in TT dollars. So in terms of safety, the two companies have obvious similarities. They both have the ability to share your trip in emergency mode and the ability to call 999 from the app. AllRidi also emphasizes its driver selection process, the fact that the driver can't see your last name when you request a ride, and the fact that you can see the model vehicle as well as your driver's picture and name. I mean, since we're on the topic of safety, I might as well include that TT Rideshare is the only app out of the two that has rider verification. Yes, rider verification. So in terms of payments, both of them use cash and credit card, but AllRidi seems to have an additional option called AllRidi Cash, which I believe is a prepayment sort of system that allows people that don't have a credit card to actually have a cashless option while riding with them. However, it's only when I go over to TT Rideshare's app I realize they have an equivalent with TT Rideshare Cash, which I'm assuming is the same principle as AllRidi Cash, just a prepaid option for people who don't have a credit card and want to travel cashless. In terms of location, AllRidi doesn't have any availability information, but TT Rideshare says that wherever their drivers are available, they basically have coverage. However, in their last news update on their website, they expressed that the East Port of Spain area, they will not be serving it anymore. And I think this is a reason that sparked rider verification. And also since that time, no rider who isn't verified can travel with TT Rideshare according to their website. If you're wondering if you could remotely request a ride for someone else, yes, you can. I didn't see info on it on their website, but their TT Rideshare's YouTube channel actually has a small video about this. I can't say the same for AllRidi. I didn't see any information. So I'm an Android user, so I head over to the Play Store and I search for AllRidi. In searching for it, there is a driver app and this is a rider app. So obviously I'm going to download the rider app and this is me just installing it. Location permissions are what they ask for and you have to enter your phone number. and it's a standard text message phone number verification system that they have. So they remind you that they don't let out your last name to the driver even though you have to enter it. So here's TT Rideshare's app, and it's pretty much the same exact procedure to download and set the app up. It will also ask for location permissions. Okay, so that was quite a mouthful, but at face value, there are some obvious similarities between these two services. So number one similarity is their interface, their websites, the information that is presented on their website. So more so the applications, their safety features, how things are laid out, the navigation menus, those things are pretty much standard between both of them. Number two, as I said before, their website. Their website has pretty much information along the same themes. And number three difference that I could pinpoint off the bat is their payment options. Both of them provide 3 payment options, and I particularly like the fact that they have an option for persons who don't have a credit card but still want to ride cashless. But with similarities come differences, and the first is cost. TT Rideshare is, as they have portrayed it on their website, they are more expensive than AllRidi. The only thing similar between the both of them in terms of their pricing structure is the base fare. Everything else is more expensive with TT Rideshare. So I'm prepping myself for that. So the only feature that is different between the both of them is this rider verification that I would have mentioned earlier. AllRidi does not have it. They don't ask you to verify your identity as a rider with them. But TT Rideshare does, and they are asking you for 2 forms of identification and a selfie. So you need to take that into consideration if you want that information given to your ride-sharing company. Another key difference is location. TT Rideshare identified that they are available where their drivers are, but they explicitly stated in their September 2019 news bulletin that they were excluding areas of East Port of Spain. Now, I'm thinking September 2019, haven't things changed by now? But that was the latest thing on the news section in their website. So I'm going with that it's still valid. And the fourth difference I could pinpoint is TT Rideshare tells me that I could request a ride remotely. With AllRidi, I'm not sure that I can do that. They didn't say that it can't be done. It just wasn't an area addressed, or at least maybe I missed it in passing. But with TT Rideshare, you can request a ride remotely for someone else. So here are some questions that I have in mind with specific reference to the demographic that exists in Trinidad. How many of us have access to data services and smartphones? I mean, the pandemic helped with that, but for those who require this service and don't have access to these things, I'm curious to know if these services can be accessed without a smartphone. That's one question of mine. Another question is, do I need data service for the entire duration of the journey? Suppose I booked it at a public Wi-Fi area, and obviously I don't have a data plan. I lose connection as I'm riding. Does that affect anything? My ability to pay, my ability to track or monitor anything? Let me know in the comment section below. So I think I'm gonna partially answer that question with this question that I'm about to ask. How do these safety features work if you've remotely requested a ride for somebody? The assumption that I have, how I see it in my mind, is I am the holder of an account. I request, let's say, an airport pickup for my mother who does not have a TT Rideshare or an AllRidi account. Well, TT Rideshare, because they said that they could do remote requests. So I requested for my mother from the airport to home. How do I know that she has access to SMS to share her trip so that I could actually track where she is? What I want to know is, does she have access to call 999 or send out a emergency, call for help, I think I'll be able to actually track where she is in real time. But I'm having trouble processing exactly how the safety feature applies to a remote ride request. And for TT Rideshare, how does rider verification work for remote riders? Again, let's use the example of my mother. I am requesting the ride from the airport. I am the verified rider. She is not. I'm requesting a ride for her. How does that work? So before I go, I just want to point you in the direction of TT Rideshare's YouTube page. They have a whole heap of very short, well done tutorials on how to pretty much do everything on their app. They have a lot of frequently asked questions. I didn't find the answer, I think, to the ones that I didn't look at all of them, so maybe the answer is in there. I don't know, but it's a lot, and it's there, and it's really comprehensive. So go check them out. The link is in the description box below. I didn't see anything for AllRidi by way of video tutorials, so maybe it's something that they could work on. I don't know. And finally, let me know your experiences with these two companies. I've never used a rideshare service in Trinidad, but I think it's something that I want to dig into to really see the nitty-gritties or the intricacies between these two companies. I've heard good things about each of them, but I want to experience it for myself, to form my own opinion, and I want to share that with you. But I also need your help to see what your experiences were with these companies. Was it good? Was it bad? What are the things that you prefer one over the other? Cost, safety, any bad experiences, anything at all, just let me know in the comment section below. So this video wasn't going to be long, and we're at the end. So I just want to thank you for making it to this point in the video, and stick around for part 2, where I actually utilize the ride services that I've mentioned. And until next time, bye.